My monitor on your ankle. It's been dead. Is it still dead now?
I keep my charger with me. I keep it with me wherever I go. But my ankle monitor is messed up. They said malfunctioning. So sometimes.
Felicia, tell me what's going on with Mr. McCollum now.
So, I believe on the 2nd, we lost service until the 5th. And then it came back on, and then on the 8th, his last court date, it went off again for about 6 hours. I reached out to get the specific times, but I haven't heard back yet on that. But it was off for a confirmed 6 hours, and we have received signals since then back.
Yeah.
And we send messages out to tell them to report 49 to have the device inspected as well. And if they have any issues with that, they're instructed very thoroughly to let us know.
Yeah, I keep my charger with me, but I think it's something wrong with my thing because the thing got off and it gets wet when I get in the shower.
You keep your charger on you, but you don't use the charger because it has gone dead over and over. And I don't care if you come here with a baby to try to save your ass from going into custody.
I'm not trying to save him. I'm the only one that could have watched him right now.
What's going to happen if you go to jail? These are things that you think about when you're in the free world and when you have bond conditions. Because when you break the bond conditions, what happens to you?
I did call them and tell them that I think it's a malfunction with my team. They said they could see my signal, and they give me.
You repeatedly have the device that goes out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to call this people. But you are, though. The device has gone dead. 3 days over there. Now 6 hours over here. What am I supposed to do?
I was unaware of it being dead. I put it on the charger.
She's telling me they reached out to you.
No, they do. Every time they call me, I put it on the charger. They call me. They do call me and I put it on the charger.
Why do they have to call you to even tell you to put it on the charger, Mr. McCollum?
Sometimes I'm at school. A lot of times a day I can't charge it at school. My charger is not close to my barber station. So
why can't you charge it at night when you're at home with the baby?
I do. Sometimes it acts as if it's charging, but it's not charging. So it's not that I'm not trying not to charge. I do try to charge it every day.
Judge, I would ask if the court would instruct him to go 549 Sanderson today, just for them to check the device, and if there is something wrong, for them to put it.
I'm putting him in jail. I don't know what you're going to do with this kid, man.
I haven't done anything wrong, sir. I promise.
But you have done something wrong. You've repeatedly done something wrong.
But my ankle monitor, I didn't know it was dead. I promise you, I go to school every day. This is what I do. I go to school.
How does the monitor let him know that it's dead?
So, we send messages, and then I also see a few times we send siren alerts to the device as well.
Yeah,
and then I have multiple dates of text messages informing the client to charge the battery.
And they call me, and I answer the phone, and I charge it. I charge it every time they call me. I'm not making no excuse. This is what I do. I go to school every day.
The reality is, you tell me something, but the machine tells me something different, Mr. McCollum. That's the reality.
Ask if we could get, can we get it inspected and get it checked out, please? Because I know it's not.
That is what you're supposed to do at the first instance that there is a problem.
I did call them, and it's on record.
You calling has nothing. It doesn't do anything. You have to actually go down to the place and have it serviced if it's malfunctioning. But you don't.
No malfunctions with it, sir. I promise. I called them. They told me there was no malfunctions because it was going off at first. When I was at school one time, I said, "What's wrong with it?" I've never been on ankle monitor before, so I said, "What's wrong?" When I called them, they said, "Do you have service to outlet?" I said, "No, but I can get." I went to a place next door to my school and I tried to charge, and they said they still not getting signal from me. They still weren't getting signal. So if we can get it changed or get it looked at least,
Judge, I would ask if he could get a new device, if we could reset this a week, and if
Here's what we're going to do. I'm now sending you for a drug and alcohol test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system.
Sir.
Do you understand?
Sir.
You were to come back tomorrow. Don't come with a baby. Do you understand me?
Sir.
Don't come back here with the baby.
Sir.
Because if you're here and I put you in custody for one reason or the other, I will call CPS. Do you understand?
Okay.
But here, whoever you are, I don't care who you are, we will hold you accountable. And if you continue to piss on my leg and tell me it's raining, there will be issues. Do you understand? I will not entertain you telling me I got to do this, I got to do that, and I've malfunctioned this. They reach out to you ad nauseum to tell you that there are issues, and you coming here and telling me, well, I don't know about this, I don't know, it's disingenuous.
Nice, we get it. Ankle monitor looked
Just go to 49 Sandersino.
Where is that?
49 Sandersino.
First thing is first, I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test. And then I will give you the benefit of the doubt right after. Have you go to this place to see if there actually is something wrong. You will be back here tomorrow. Understand? Okay, Hannah.
Judge, they want, do you have someone else to watch the baby because they want a child?
I want to take a drug test today.
Yeah, I can
Tell
tell
you,
you,
man.
man, but they won't allow him to with the child.
I could wait outside until someone come.
Do you have someone here with you today?
No, sir, but I'll just wait outside, the address until I can get somebody to come.
Do that.
Yes, Judge.
All right. All right, you Judge. See you, Mr. McCollum. We'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you're charged with, please spit the gum out. Do you have a trash that she can spit so you're not smacking like? Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Officers observed the defendant driving a without lights on at night. Officers used the intercom to tell the defendant to turn her lights on. The defendant pulled over into a parking lot. Officer approached the defendant to ask why she did not have her lights on and observed strong odor of alcoholic beverage. Officer detained the defendant and placed her in the back of the patrol vehicle to wait for a secondary unit to assist. When officers returned to the patrol vehicle with backup, defendant had slipped out of one handcuff, and while officer attempted to place her back into handcuffs, defendant bit one officer and kicked the other. Defendant was taken to JPC and a blood warrant was signed and executed.
They didn't, I guess because of that, they didn't do any field sobriety tests on the scene. They didn't do any at the station, I guess, either.
Right, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Barros, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I will randomly test you. If I find that you're using alcohol or illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a valid Texas?
Pause right here. This is the moment the judge stops listening to excuses and starts doing math. Bond conditions aren't suggestions, they're trust contracts. Every time that ankle monitor dies, the court doesn't hear malfunction, it hears unsupervised time. And once that trust is gone, jail becomes the default safety option. Question for you. If the system warned him multiple times, should the judge still give another chance, or is this exactly when accountability kicks in?
Driver license, ma'am.
No, sir.
Then you're not allowed to drive. I'm making that a condition of your bond as well, and you're going to sign with me today a promise. This is an affidavit that you're going to sign that you're not to drive any vehicle whatsoever for any reason, and I don't care what your excuse is. If you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, show us that you have this, and then I'll happily take this restriction off. But until that point, if I find that you drive, I'm going to go nuts on the bond. Do you understand? Okay. So you have a lawyer. It's your responsibility to stand to us, Mr. Brooker, and he'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging phone calls or text messages, likewise, I'll issue a warrant. No more PR bonds.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not to drive. We'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. You'll meet with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and after that, you guys are free to go.
Thank you, Judge. Step over here. Thank you, State.
Thank you.
John, come on up. He did re-enroll in school, Judge, as instructed.
So are you appointed or are you retained in this case? Is mom here as well?
Yes, yes.
Come up, mom. You can come up.
Judge, for Barrows, did we have any special bond conditions for trial?
Same as normal with the DWI. And then she's here in shorts, man. I'm gonna talk to her here in a second.
I'll speak with the judge.
No more marijuana. Do you understand? I will test you 40 to 45 days from today. If you test positive again, that tells me that you've continued to smoke. I'm going to put you in jail and I'm going to make your bond high. You got to understand, your mom probably doesn't have a lot of money as it is. Every time you go to jail, it's going to cost her money to get you out when she could be feeding and using that for rent. Do you understand? You are also to stay in school, not hang out with the people that you were in this car. No associating with the co-defendants in this case. No weapons. Stay in school. Do you understand? We've now given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with counsel, and he will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm not going to give you any more PR bonds. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Okay. Anything that you'd like to add? Do you need anything? Because I don't know how he is when he's at home with you. Does he act up? Does he help you out?
Yes, he helps me out, does side jobs at home. Recently, I was able to get him enrolled back into his homeschooling program, so he's actively working on it.
Okay, I'm going to want proof that he's actually enrolled in school and actually doing well.
And provide it, it's online.
Great. And I'm also giving him a curfew because I don't want you out in the middle of the night. You're getting a curfew at 10 p.m. and I'm putting a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not out. Do you understand? Sir. Don't act a fool. You start being
This line right here, piss on my leg and tell me it's raining, that's judicial code for I think you're lying. Judges rely on data, monitor logs, alerts, timestamps. When a defendant's story doesn't match the machine wins every time. That's why the drug and alcohol test comes next. Not punishment, but verification. Be honest, do you think the device was actually faulty, or was this damage control after getting caught?
danger in the free world. I will take the free world away from you in a second. My only concern is public safety. And when you're in a stolen car with a bunch of other people with stolen guns and everything, that's not a good look. All you're going to do is end up with a number on your back, perpetually in and out of jail, never amounting to anything. That's not a good way to go through life. Life is a journey. It can be a great journey where it's filled with love, fun, vacations, nice cars, or it can be a miserable, rotten toilet of an existence where you never have any money. You argue with everyone about everything because you ain't got no money, you got no education to be able to support yourself. That's not a good way. That you don't go through life like that. And it starts now at 17. You understand, Mr. Melendez? You won't get any more warnings from me. Straighten up and fly right. You stay with me. Okay, guys, thanks. We will pay for everything for you, so it shouldn't be a dime out of your pocket, okay? All right, Mom, thanks. Samantha Walker. Ms. Walker, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On November 4th, 2024, an officer was dispatched to a family disturbance call at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant, a 15-year-old, stated that the defendant, her mother, assaulted her after they got into a verbal argument. The complainant stated the defendant displayed verbally aggressive behavior towards her, grabbed a hold of the complainant's left wrist, and said, "If you come near me, I'll beat your ass," and began to engage in a physical altercation with the complainant. The complainant stated the defendant, using both open hands, placed the complainant in a headlock, and the complainant felt pain. Both law enforcement and CPS records indicate a history of physical altercations and verbal altercations between the complainant and the defendant, and the officer observed video footage showing the defendant acting as the primary aggressor towards the complainant and observed a minor injury cut on the complainant's left arm.
So we have prior violence, any prior charges?
There's no prior
And
charge,
no
Your Honor.
prior injury to a child, felony charges?
No, Your Honor.
Child means 14 years or younger. Okay, ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case.
No, Your Honor,
Don't. Now's not the time, ma'am. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. I've got a bunch of DAs here. Anything you say, they're going to use it against you. Guys, what do we do about contact? You know? Yeah, well, so Michael, I need your help. You know, this is a 15-year-old child. We have a history of violence allegedly between mom and daughter.
Yes, Judge.
Now we have an assault case against a 15-year-old. And according to what Alex says, there's a history of it. It's unacceptable.
Judge.
Do you have a lawyer, ma'am?
I'll be retaining a lawyer, but there's no history of violence between us.
You're calling for a walker?
Yes.
Which walker?
Walker. It's in custody. Thank you.
Okay.
So, what my plan was, and I already spoke to my people about this, is we were going to check the offense report to see where the child was taken. Were they taken to CPS custody, state custody? Was there some other guardian? Once we're aware of where the child is, we are going to be asking for a no contact order to be granted based off of the allegations of the history.
What about now? Is there something that we can do now as far as finding out where the child is?
Well,
You know?
we're going to call CPS today and see if they're in state custody. The offense report also might indicate where it is. If not, we can call the officer and they should know.
Yeah, I'd like to, because I think it's serious. I mean, if we have a history of violence, I don't want that to happen anymore.
There's no,
I know that you're telling me no, but I have other people that are telling me differently.
I've never,
Okay, well, ma'am, don't. Now's not the time. But my primary concern is the protection of every single person in Harris County, bar none. That's it.
This isn't just a lecture, it's a crossroads. Judges rarely get this direct unless they see a fork in the road, reform or repeat offender. Notice how he frames freedom as something that can be revoked instantly if public safety is at risk. That ankle monitor isn't about control, it's about containment. Real talk, at 17, do you think strict supervision helps someone straighten up, or does it push them deeper into the system?
Especially if it's a child. And
I'm not a threat to my child, I promise
you
you.
are now charged with assault, ma'am, on that 15-year-old child.
I never assault.
Stop. Now's not the time. I'm just trying to tell you, if I find that there is a history of violence with the child, I'm going to order you not to have contact with this child.
I understand,
As it stands now,
but I promise there's no
I'm
history
entering
of
in called a
violence.
magistrate's order for emergency protection that identifies EJ as a protected individual. You
I
cannot,
have to take her to appointments and stuff like that.
please listen. Okay, I know that you're trying to think of stuff to say,
No,
but
I'm
I
being
want you to
honest.
listen because this is very important stuff. And if you don't hear it correctly, you do something to violate this court order, they're going to file additional charges against you. I'm entering in an order for protection for that 15-year-old child. She's now a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon. Typically, this also comes with a residential restriction that you're not to go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand? Okay, I'm entering this order now. We will try to figure out about how we go from here, but my only concern is the protection of this child. To me, nothing else matters.
She's protected.
I know that you're telling me one thing, but the evidence will show what it shows, and that's going to point to whose side is correct. So for now, I'm just going to have them reach out to see where the child is and how we go forward. So for now, I'm going to have you sign a reset, and then we'll just have you take a seat in the jury box, please. Okay?
Your Honor, I'm here on Leo. Leo's the last name, Leo. Terrence. He's here today, Your Honor. This was rolled over from yesterday. And, we have an issue on the PTI. We need to bring to the attention of the court. There was some violation. Yes, sir, he is here.
Come up, Mr. Leo.
There are some issues, violations. Mr. Nathan is PTI chief, is willing to agree to extension of the PTI. He had just almost about to finish it when the violation occurred, but they're willing to agree to a 6-month extension. We're before the court today to request to see if the judge will agree and approve that 6-month extension on this PTI. Now let your staff here advise you of those violations.
A lot of it depends on how he was doing. Has he done anything? Has he done most of it? What are the hiccups? Is he continuing to use?
Yes, sir. In that regard, he is scheduled for 2 classes. One is being November 13th. What are the 2 dates?
November 13th, 15th, 6 p.m. to 9, and second class is on December 2nd, from 6 to 9. That's virtual.
So those are the 2 classes they had set him up for.
But what has he done?
He has to complete the GWI education course and the effective decision making. Those are the classes he's registered for.
Wow, he hadn't even done that, and it's
So he's kind of financial hardship, so they're doing all of the programs in-house. His device has been in lockout since July. They've been drug testing him more frequently because of that. His last 5 drug tests were positive for marijuana.
You don't say. If I test you now, what are you going to test positive for? Really?
His last
Really?
drug test
I'll
was
send you right now. We'll see.
His last drug test was October 16th, and he was positive for marijuana. So they want to extend him for 6 months to allow him to complete the 2 classes in Iowa.
Joe, he hasn't done anything. All he's done is continue to smoke weed the whole time.
Your Honor, I did sit down before we approached, and he assured me that he had stopped. I told him, talking to you, and that you would test him, and, I gave them the option because, I was willing to speak with the DA too to see where they wanted to go with this and talk with the client as well about that. One of the things about the machine, he says, as you said, he's been out of a job, and the probation officer's working on him, knows that, and that's why he hadn't been able to pay for the installation of the machine, which is no excuse.
But he has enough money to smoke weed. People spend money where they want to spend money, right? If you truly want to do something, there's always a way. So when someone is not working, it's because they choose not to work, not because they can't work. If you really wanted to work, you could. It's a matter of you just don't want to. And I get it. But don't come here asking for us to be lenient when you don't do anything. You've been in lockout since last July? You've been in lockout for an entire year. And Joe, if I send you for a test right now, what are you going to test positive for? Man.
I ain't been smoking the whole October.
Look,
I just have no marijuana and nothing. I don't do no other drugs.
No, you're in a diversion program where the idea is you're supposed to stay clean. And when you do, the reward is that they dismiss your case. And if you do, you don't even have to do that much. All you got to do is 2 classes, right? And just stay out of trouble. And they dismiss the case. Joe.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, one of the opportunity that if
he's been in lockout for an entire year.
I was going to talk with the DA and see if there's another resolution of the situation and see what options. He wanted me to check on that if the court was not in. I explained to him 6 more months means he needs to be in compliance 6 months.
Yeah, I'm not, and he's not been in compliance at all for anything. I'm not inclined to do another 6-month reset for him to just do nothing for another 6 months. I mean, we're delaying the inevitable. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. I understand.
So you might as just.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, we'll talk to him right now, and thank you for the opportunity to come before you.
Sure, Joe. I love you, man, and I'd say that of all the people that come here with violations, 99% we do. But you got to show that you want it, that you really have a willingness to do it.
Yes, sir.
And when you don't, really, I mean, the program is designed to reward people who faithfully work for it. And I get that there are hiccups in life, but when you do nothing, you've been in lockout for an entire year, you literally have done nothing for an entire year, and all you've done is continue to smoke weed the whole time. That shows us you don't care. So why would we care? You know? All right, you guys talk. Let me know what you want to do. You must either accept or we're going to set your case for trial today. Okay? All right, please.
You want to have one other one, Brenda Reese?
Sure.
The court had asked me to approach on this one. This is a client who's